Sometimes you feel so far away, like you're from a distant planet beyond the stars I see when I look out my window. But I know no number of continents and seas can separate us, 'cause just the sound of your voice brings me back to where I belong. 世界中のどこにいてもあなたさえいるなら幸せ It's true, home is not a place we live. It's the ones we share it with. Turning the page to a new adventure. The road is always curvy, I can't see around the bend. Where am I going? No, I can't see where your path is leading. I know for sure someday our paths will overlap again and be tangled forever. 'Cause I know no matter how many hours or years that we're apart, the moment we're back together, it's like nothing's changed. Oh. It's true, home is not a place we live. It's the ones we share it with. どえ遠く離れていても見上げるお月様は同じだよ Don't you ever feel alone.
Hello everyone, what's going on? What is poppin'? I know it's a late stream today, and we're probably going to be playing, we will be playing Genshin later, likely, but that will also probably be a little later as well. But what is everybody up to? Let me say hi to everyone in the chat. What's good, Wendy? What's good, Queen? What's good, Trix? What's good, The Brick? What's good, Silent? What's good, Mark? What's good, Manny? What is good, Dr. Aladdin? How's it going, everyone? What's good, Terrell? You're watching Big City Greens. I surprisingly know what that show is. Yo, what's good, Logan? What's good, Ovo? Let's take it the other day. You might be one of the hottest and fastest growing Kingdom Hearts channels right now. Your content ideas are refreshing. Reminds me of the days when Cynical was like that. I think Cynical's still like that, but I appreciate the kind words. I don't know if fastest growing would be a word to describe that. I gotta think about that. Because there's definitely some people that have grown way faster than me. I mean, for example, you have Regular Pat, who started their channel pretty recently, or at least started the channel they're on right now, fairly recently. And they're almost like at my sub count. You have BioRoxus, who's grown super fast. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the smaller KH2ers have grown pretty fast. Like, I've been around for quite a while, as well. Like, I've been on Kingdom Hearts on YouTube for like a long time. I just didn't really catch my stride or get things really moving until slightly before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. And there's a reason for that. It's not just because like all of a sudden, like I tried my hardest the whole time and one day, oh, things just kind of clicked. I had a new mentality in 2018 and 2019 that has been working for me a lot. A big factor in that is me getting older. I've been trying to do YouTube since I was like 12. Like, I'm one of the kids that was kind of like raised off of YouTube entertainment wise. Like, YouTube is like a big source of like my entertainment, and has been since I was like, I'd say since I was like 11. Like, I remember the first couple of videos I would watch on YouTube were like these Grand Theft Auto videos, these little funny moments, or I'll watch like little animations or shorts, like skits and whatnot for GTA 4, because that's the game that was out. GTA 5 wasn't even out around then, but I used to watch a lot of GTA 4 content on YouTube growing up. Like, I mean, I could show this to you guys. I mean, this is a discussion stream, so we can do whatever the heck we want. We're just talking about whatever. But hold on. Alright, so going to my channel right quick, right? So let's go to my videos, and let's go to my oldest video. It was 6 years ago, and that's not super long. I mean, there's YouTubers that have been around for 10 plus years, but in terms of my age, it's a long time, because I just turned 20 recently, for example, and 6 years ago, I was 14. And I wasn't even 14 when I made these videos. I just turned 20, by the way. So I was like 13 when I made these videos specifically. These videos are closer to 6.5 years, because I started this channel in September of 2014. So we're actually approaching 7 years with this channel. So that's cool. But my first channel was made in end 2012, early 2013, and that was a Minecraft channel. And I got a couple hundred subs off of the Minecraft channel, but I realized Minecraft just wasn't for me on the YouTube side of things. I love Minecraft. I adore it. I would love to make content on it, but I would not be a Minecraft tuber. That's not for me, because it's not, as much as I love Minecraft, I don't feel like I can talk about it endlessly like I can Kingdom Hearts. And even though maybe Minecraft or covering like something more popular would be the better decision for me, maybe if I diversified myself into Final Fantasy or the Worlds with You or some of these other properties, it'll be cool. But overall, I don't want to make content. Well, I love some of these things. I love the Final Fantasy games I've played. I love Octopath. I love Jack and Daxter, and I love all these other series. Aside from like one-off videos every now and then, I probably wouldn't make them full time necessarily, unless I got to a point where I could do so without like without issues. But for the beginning of my channel, while my channel is growing, I want to make content on something that I can talk about forever, and I can talk about KH forever. I really feel like I could, because series is that fun for me, and I'm just that passionate about it. I love this series so much. It doesn't matter, like, it doesn't matter what else there really is. I just like KH. Like, for me to cover content on something else, I would need to like it like close to as much. If I wasn't doing Kingdom Hearts, I probably wouldn't even be doing gaming content. Maybe a little bit here and there, but I'd probably be like a film content creator. I'd probably cover like movies and like probably Disney, a lot of Disney. Definitely would cover a lot of Disney. Been grinding BBS, trying to get Royal Radiance for all 3 characters. Ooh, nice. I'm never 100% of BBS, actually. It might sound crazy, like, that might sound super crazy, but I've never, actually, I'll add more to that. I've never 100%ed a single Kingdom Hearts game. Never have I ever. How many of you guys have 100%ed a Kingdom Hearts game? It's weird remembering the first time hearing about YouTube as a kid in like 2008 or something. Yeah, I think I started watching YouTube in like 09, 2010, something like that. Why did I unlist the Kingdom Hearts Recover live stream? Well, if you're a frequent viewer of the channel, you know that I don't leave my live streams public, and the reason for that is because I don't like to clog the channel with a lot of live streams, because imagine someone scrolling through my channel for videos, right? I upload pretty frequently. I upload more frequently than a lot of people. So with me uploading like borderline daily, I know I've been a little off the past week, but that's because I just got back and getting into the groove of things again. But we're just gonna say daily, because I upload pretty much daily. Imagine me uploading daily on top of me doing a live stream, and in a lot of cases I do 2 live streams every day. If you count Genshin, maybe, well, I won't say 2 every day, but in a lot of cases I'll do like 2 live streams. I'll do a KH one and I'll do a Genshin one later that night. And sometimes even then, maybe I want to upload a gameplay video. So I upload a lot of content, so I don't want to blast people's notifications and create a situation of subscriber burn. So the people that do want to go out of their way and watch my live streams, you have easy access to it because you're able to go to the playlist function on my channel and you're able to view the live streams there. But I'm not going to upload them publicly because I don't want to clog the channel for those people who are just idly standing by, who are kind of drifting like, maybe I'll subscribe. Those people who just click on the channel every now and then don't really know what to expect. I don't want them to see the first 5 things on my channel's upload feed to be, okay, KH video, okay, KH theory, live stream, gameplay video, KH theory again, like the big gap being there. Want them to just be, I want it to just look like KH video, I guess, like sort of how it looks right now. Like when you go on my page, all the uploads are kind of normal-ish, but you see even right here, since I'm live right now, it's fine. But imagine like 20, I don't know, not 20, imagine like, I'm exaggerating, imagine maybe like 4 other videos like this just scattered across here, entitled like this as well. It would just look generally less appealing than this. That's in my head, at least. It's not that complicated, but that's just the way I think. What's your full opinion on Xemnas? I personally had a fat crush on him since age 9. I love Xemnas. I love Xemnas, but he's probably my least favorite Xehanort. But I still love him. Like, he's super cool. Like, you won't hear me talk bad about Xemnas that often. You'll hear me praising Xemnas a lot. But between him, Ansem, Master Xehanort, and Young Xehanort, he's my least favorite. But I love him. I love the character. That character is super cool. Great voice actor. Paul St. Peter does a great job doing the voice for that character. And I think Xemnas, even more so than the other characters, the other Xehanorts, has this presence to him that just makes you, I don't know, it sets a vibe, a feel throughout the game, which is a big foundation for why a lot of people love KH2. And he has this mysterious aura about him, so you love seeing it. I've been wanting to do a stream of me 100%ing the KH games, but there's so many streams people want me to do, and there's so many streams I have in my backlog, like Recoded, all pro codes, the level 1 playthroughs I do, and then playing the games along with the Ultimanias. There's a lot of stream series I have, and adding 100% to that might be a little much. Also, I'm lazy and don't feel like just turning on the game and being like, oh, let's 100% this. And I don't know if it will be entertaining. Should I really be a KH fan? Up to you. Very, very much up to you. Only game you ever played was Chain of Memories and you still haven't completed the story yet? Like, you haven't completed it like by yourself, or have you seen the story at all? I'd assume you at least have a lot of knowledge of the story if you watch the streams or watch the videos. Summon theory? I believe that some of the summons we had back in early games that never reappeared will make a comeback in the next games, either as playable worlds or updated abilities. I really want them to expand upon the summon mechanic a little bit, or maybe not expand upon it, but bring back like Cage 2 like summons, or D-Links even. But I think those mechanics are very interesting. I'm not very fond of Cage 3 links, partially due to the link selection is a little lackluster in my opinion, aside from Ralph, and I also feel like I don't know, they're all DPS. Like, if they weren't all DPS, then eh. Least favorite game in the series mechanics wise. Okay, so I'd imagine we're subtracting games that aren't action games like Melody of Memory. So mechanically, my least favorite game. Oh, that's tough because there's a lot of like yin and yangs to Cage games. Like, Days mechanically is actually very interesting, but the enemy design doesn't push the game's mechanics to the brink. However, that's also part of mechanics. Let me think. I gotta go one by one. Kingdom Hearts 1, I like that game a lot. I love that game. It's just a very sound fundamentals like type of Kingdom Hearts game. It can be very mashy. It's only mashy if you like know what's good. If you don't know what's good in Kingdom Hearts 1, then it's probably not gonna be as mashy for you. Chain of Memories. I think Chain of Memories is very interesting mechanically as well, but Chain of Memories could be in contention for my least favorite, because I think I like Cage 2 and 1 more than Chain of Memories. I liked BBS's combat more than Chain of Memories. I prefer it at least, but I do kind of enjoy the boss design of that game a little more. Dream Drop mechanically is very interesting. I want to explore Dream Drop mechanically a little bit more. I've played it many times, but I've never like really sat down, like thought about the mechanics. Kind of just spam stuff and do Dream Eater nonsense and call it. Like, I play Dream Drop is probably my most casual Kingdom Hearts game, as funny as that sounds. Like, out of all the Cage games, I play them pretty seriously and I try to play them at a decently high level where I try to do all this cool tech, but with Dream Drop, I'm just like, yo, Dream Eater, yay. Okay, it might be Chain of Memories. And that's not a knock on Chain of Memories. I love Chain of Memories. I think that game is very interesting and has a really in-depth card system. But in terms of fun, it might be my least favorite. Because all of the other games, like, there's a lot of shenanigans you can mess around with. Rechain has its shenanigans as well, but not as many as other games. Like, even if you want to say BBS or Recoded or Dream Drop are more broken than Chain of Memories, which is very debatable because Chain of Memories slights are extremely broken. However, I think that regardless of what is more balanced, I think Dream Drop and BBS are just more fun. Like, they're more enjoyable to sit down and play, like, both casually and if you're trying to take the game seriously. Like, I'd probably rather spam Thunder Surges and Birth by Sleep than I would spam Slights and Chain of Memories. But I love it. I really do love it. Days is definitely your least favorite game gameplay-wise. See, I would say that. I would have said that over a year ago. When we replayed Days last year, I had an experience that I never thought I would have with the game. It was almost like I was playing it for the first time again. And I never finished it when I was a kid, so technically that was my only time beating the game for myself. But beforehand, I already had gone pretty far. Like, I got very far in Days and did a lot of stuff, but I didn't go out of my way to do every mission in Days. I didn't go out of my way to, like, talk to NPCs or mess with the panels. I kind of just did what was available to me at a surface level and didn't really look deeper into the game. Partially because I was 13. But, still, the game was, like, so fun this time around. It was so fun. I loved it. I genuinely was in love. And I haven't even messed around with the multiplayer stuff yet. So when I mess around with that and the hollow missions and the different playable characters and mess around with them with panels, it might be a lot of fun. It might be so much fun. Do I think the series went down in quality over the years? No, not at all. I actually think the opposite. I think it went up in quality over the years. That might be surprising to hear depending on who you're talking to. For me, it's surprising to see that people think that the series dropped in quality after a game like KH2 or after BBS or whatever game they really liked that connected with them. But I actually think the series got better. I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is the best Kingdom Hearts game to date. I loved it so much. I do think there's some things older games did better though, but the quality is pretty consistent and is very good. Kingdom Hearts always manages to change the formula of its games while still making it feel like Kingdom Hearts, and not many series are able to really do that. A lot of series, either they, like, when they try to do stuff super differently, some people end up not liking it as much, or they end up hating another game because of it. But Kingdom Hearts, like, every game truly does stand on its own in a mechanical sense. KH2 stands on its own, 1 does, BBS, Dream Drop does even. Coded, as I'm playing recently for the first time, is a really good game, and also, like, has mechanics that you don't even see in Kingdom Hearts games, like, nowadays at all, not even inklings of them. Day stands on its own. Like, all these games are so good and offer so many different experiences. Like, if someone told me Recoded was their favorite game, or Union Cross or Days, I might not even raise an eyebrow anymore. Like, I still have that old habit where it's like, okay, maybe I might raise a little bit of an eyebrow, because I growing up in the KH community, there's been a lot of stigmas over the years about certain games, and we've fought a lot of those stigmas, but some of them still linger around. So you still have little thought process like, dang, bro, 5 years ago, Recoded, everyone hated it. Like, everyone hates the game. But now, like, I did a YouTube poll the other day, and a lot of people are sitting here saying Recoded is probably one of the most underrated KH games. Like, see here, out of 6.5k votes, wow, 6,500 votes, how do you feel about Recoded in 2021? 5% said goated game. Not everyone is going to think it's the best game in the world, but a lot of people were like, it's underrated. Like, nearly 40% of people said it's underrated. It's interesting for sure. It's like, wow, like okay, like, back in the day, almost all the votes would have went to terrible or worst KH game. Almost all of them would have. But now, a lot of people are a lot more open-minded and revisiting these games. Or maybe it's a lot of newer fans coming in and playing these games for the first time, and they're having different experiences to what we did, like experiencing these games when they released or as they were releasing, compared to people now. They're experiencing these games years later, and after Recoded, they don't have to wait for a Dream Drop or a Birth by Sleep or whatever game came out after, I think it was Dream Drop. Instead, they have the next game there for them. So, yeah. I'm noticing playing through KH2FM on Critical that the constant menuing and combat has caused the vast majority of deaths, so it's starting to make sense why KH3 uses situation commands. Yeah, understandable. It's like an ease of access sort of thing. I don't mind situation commands. I do think they could be refined a little bit. They actually turned out to be a lot better and a lot more balanced-ish of a mechanic than I thought they would be. I'd say this. Situation commands are very balanced, or I won't say very, but they are a lot more balanced on critical mode. However, on on Proud, Standard, Beginner, they're free. They just break the game. But Critical Mode, level 1, very, very good. Which, I judge a lot of games' combats based off of how they are at the highest difficulty. There are other ways to judge it, like, but that's how I personally value a game's combat a lot, especially an action game, because they tend to be as fun as they are challenging, or as fun as they are satisfying, or as fun as they are in depth. And you get a lot of the depthness of a combat off of its difficulty, because on Critical Mode or level 1, you're not sitting here mashing on the boss. You're sitting here actually learning how the boss works, learning what it's weak to, how to react to certain attacks, getting these critical counts so you can get more punishes, so you don't have to fight the boss for as long. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different things you gotta think about when it comes to harder difficulty in Cage, at least. Other games, it might be a little different, but for Cage, that's how I look at it a little bit. Oh, and hi, Mallow. What's up? A lot of people have Union Cross as their favorite Cage game. Like, I realized this mostly when, as I started growing on my channel, and as Union Cross reactions started doing better and better, and the story started getting more and more interesting as they were reaching the climax. Union Cross, I realized that there's a lot of people that I figured before, right? Because this is a mobile game. Mobile games are meant to bring new people in, but it's just baffling to see it, you know? Like, hearing about it or just acknowledging it is one thing, but literally seeing it in front of you, talking to those people in the Discord calls, or seeing those people in your comment section is a different story. But there's a lot of people whose first Kingdom Hearts experience or introduction was Union Cross. And the Union Cross fan base has... There's a lot of people that are big Union Cross fans. That's like their side of the community. That's their favorite piece of media in Kingdom Hearts. And I understand it. I understand it. It's a really good game and has this aesthetic that I think is really cool. What do you guys like about Union Cross? Like, for those of you in the chat here, I want to gauge kind of like what this stream audience is, how they feel towards Union Cross. Like, where does it stand for you compared to other Cage games, or just how do you feel about it in general, in the most vague of senses? You just finished Recoded? Hey, congrats, Alex. I do like it, replaying it. You know what's funny though? Cause like, I said this before the finale happened. Hold on, let me quote this. Let me see. We're gonna do one of those looking back at old video moments. Oh, let's see. Where's it at? All right. So the finale came out right here. So a month ago, the finale came out. That's that video. Made a video before. Yep, about the future, a future without Disney. Some people like to quote and look at Kingdom Hearts Union Cross when it comes to talking about or gauging whether or not a Kingdom Hearts game without Disney would do well.
Could be free.
Ooh,
Use your credit karma Visa card. Free
Visa card, crazy.
Free gas.
Even more so, my favorite game of Twilight, Pokken and Rima. I to collect hearts, which I'm trying to look for when I said project. I mean, Final Fantasy characters showing up, but it's a collaboration. Good. But Disney World's end involvement is what brings the series together for me and makes every game experience so enjoyable a lot of the time. I don't even personally like separating the two into tens. Awesome. No Disney, just you walking purposes. The biggest things I talk about is no characters, the memory over the specific takes on. I think that necessarily means that I don't think it was here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look for the quote, so I'm not just going off of like some random. air with his magic to Rapunzel's amazement, or helping bunnies and people love and cherish. I'll use an example, Pride Land. Neither of those I dislike, but I still think the Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm sure Nomura wants to. Disney will always be tied. Why is this mouse about this scene? More of like this actually had an entire run, major run. Alright, it was around here. Because Aqua, that they do it anyways. It was without traditional Disney Worlds. Kingdom Hearts 0.2 had a spin on Disney Worlds in the Realm of Darkness. I would love to see more of, like this spooky vibe with these abandoned towns. It was really cool. Though it almost just goes to show that even when Square Enix has every excuse to not include a Disney World or element, that they do it anyways. I would use a game. Yep, okay, that's what I said. I'm sorry, I was just looking. But I just wanted to quote that because people use Union Cross as an example. And I said that, I made that video like 2-3 weeks before the Union Cross finale, and it still held true. It still held true even in the finale. Like, some people like to act like Disney has no involvement in the Kingdom Hearts lore. You could say it's minimal or not half-baked, whatever. But to say it has zero involvement in the lore and is just useless is wrong. In my opinion, at least. Well, I don't know. I don't see that perspective too much. Cause even in Union Cross's ending, they still felt a need to show Maleficent going back to her time. They didn't even have to show that scene because it was already in Kingdom Hearts 2. But they felt the need to show that, and they felt a need to make the comparison, or not make the comparison, to make the plot point that Maleficent is the reason, is the spark for everything that happened. Maleficent taking that arc, being the spark that darkness needed to consume this world. It's like, even when they have no reason to put Disney or any Disney elements in a KH game, they still do. They still do. They do it every time. Even when they have no reason to mention it, they do it every single time. Yeah, I'm sure we can have an entire Kingdom Hearts game with no Disney Worlds. I bet you Maleficent will still be in it. I bet you at the ending of that Kingdom Hearts game, you're probably going to see some Disney reference, or you're going to see Mickey Mouse walking about. You're going to see Yen Sid. You're going to see Donald and Goofy doing something. Like, there's no escaping it. There's no escaping it. Can they put House of Mouse on Disney Plus, please? Like, out of all the shows they don't have on Disney Plus, that has to be one of them. KH dealing without KH, yo, that sounds kinda dangerous. I would be very disappointed if I didn't see Moana in a Kingdom Hearts game, specifically. Can I change the color of the chat box? Because you guys being blue is like kind of whack. Oh, I could go like that, hold on. Why are all your names blue? Let's turn in the background color too. Oh, I think it broke the chat box now. Oh, no I didn't. Alright, no, it's good now. Okay. I'll take the box away. Transitional villain? Hey, a villain's still a villain, transitional or not. I mean, Xion is a transitional character almost. I mean, she's her own character, but Xion is like almost a literal use of a plot device for Rox's character development and Axel's motivations. Like, they went multiple cage games without really like involving her super heavily, but she is the reason Roxas and Axel are like as just depressed as they are. She's part of the reason. Like without Xion, I think Roxas wouldn't be like super great or anything. I think it would be good, but I think he'd be like alright. Like personality would make him very interesting because his personality is already really cool in Cage too. But Xion gives Roxas the substance, the context to justify like caring a lot about his character and his situation. Same with Axel. Xion's the real star of the Days trio, but you guys already know how I feel about that. You guys already know I feel that way. I wonder why the chat is centered like that. It's so weird. Meh. Oh, I don't know. It's whatever. I'll do it like that. Not saying anything about him. About who? Luxord? Before Luxord was a nobody, he was in Final Fantasy Origin. I don't know about that. What level would you suggest for BBS Keepers of the Area Critical Mode Terra? You gotta completely reword that comment. I have no idea what you're saying. All I understand is what level would I suggest for BBS on crit. You gotta tell me which area. I'll say this for general. By the ending of BBS, if you're not particularly like super great at the game, like you're more like casually playing a casual experience, I'd say make sure you're somewhere between level 30 and 35. We're never going over Cloud and Sephiroth 1, are we? We probably will. They'll probably tie that back in because I feel like Nomura probably saw a lot of people mention it after Kingdom Hearts 3, so they'll probably bring it back. Yo, I had this 4-piece mac and cheese and chicken from Applebee's. It was kind of great. I never had that before. That was pretty good. Guys, I want you to give me just a moment. Give me a little moment. I'm going to switch over to my I want to switch over to my other screen, the waiting screen. So give me a second, guys. I gotta take care of some for like 3 minutes. I'll be right back.
Isn't it weird to think that there are 7.5 billion people alive right now, sharing this moment? And sometimes you feel so far away, like you're from a distant planet beyond the stars I see when I look out my window. But I know no number of continents and seas can separate us, 'cause just the sound of your voice brings me back to where I belong. 世界中のどこにいてもあなたさえいるなら幸せ It's true is not a place we live. It's the ones we share it with. Turning the page to a new adventure. The road is always curvy, I can't see around the bend. Where am I going? No, I can't see where your path is leading. I know for sure someday our paths will overlap again and be tangled forever. 'Cause I know no matter how many hours or years that we're apart, the moment we're back together, it's like nothing's changed. Oh.
Alrighty, we are back. By the way, I'm glad you guys like that song, because conveniently, hold on. Excuse me. I'm very, very happy you guys like that song, because actually the person who sings it, her name is Alyssa. She was very kind to allow me to use that song and Crumbling Away as her, as like sort of like music for the channel. She actually just released her debut album, so I really want you guys to go support her. She is the same, if you guys are familiar with Carol and Tuesday, she is the singer for Angela, so I would really love if you guys went and supported her debut album, Boundaries Set A. I'm sure she would appreciate it as well, so check it out. How are you guys counting in the chat? Oh, let me try to catch up. Top 10 reasons why Xemnas is a babe. Oh, I see. If you look up the video Cage the Gathering, do you think that scene, if they add it, will be in another BBS-like game? Now, since the three are in the realm of darkness, I don't think that scene would be like replicated necessarily, but I think a scene similar to that in terms of hype and like just emotional energy would, I could see something like that happening again, but not with the BBS trio. I could actually see that happening with the Union Cross group if they were ever to ever meet up again. Maybe like a really cool CGI scene with Larxene and Marluxia. Hold on, I'm thinking, have we ever seen Larxene in CGI? I gotta look that up. I actually don't think we've ever had a CG Larxene. That makes me sad. Yeah, we better get one in the next game. Who do I hate in the Organization 13? No one. Strongest combatant of the foretellers? Probably Ased. Or Era. What's up, fam? Love the videos. Hey, thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. I love that you love the videos. Ava seems like she'd be more powerful in, like, abilities, I guess, rather than pure raw strength. Hold on. Alright, who is everyone's favorite foreteller? And I haven't watched Luca yet. It's kind of funny in my recent video because a lot of you guys, I was actually scared while talking about that topic that a lot of you guys were going to like try to disprove or something and be like, nah, bro, it's not even 100 years, probably like 20. What makes you think it's 100 years? That's a long time. But it's the opposite. A lot of you guys are like, nah, bro, it's way more than that, which makes me a lot more confident because that's what I was thinking as well. Because I would have said like way more than that, but I do think 100 is like the most reasonable minimum for that. But yeah, there's a large time gap between Union Cross and Dark Road, and I wanna explore it. I want to talk about it in a bunch of streams, a bunch of videos, what happened. I might go crazy with theories about that time period because it sounds interesting, right? And then I think the time period before Kingdom Hearts 1 is super interesting as well. Among our modern day complete heroes, who do you think is the best duelist? Probably Sora. Probably Sora. If Xion was Northern KH3, it would have been way more interesting. I disagree. I think Xion, I think Xion's story, I think what Xion needed, She probably needed a more satisfactory, like point A to point B. Like, like they should explain a lot better how exactly she came back, but they dropped the ball on a little bit, especially for, especially at the surface level. But I think overall the return was really, really good. Really, really good. But it would have been interesting if she got Norded, I guess. But I don't know about if it would have been more interesting. Because, like, I think there's a lot of impact in her coming back right then and there. You think we will fight Sora? I know we fight him in Dream Drop, but will we fight him actually? Unless we're playing as Zora, I don't think so. Yeah, on a technical sense, you could say she was partially Norded. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she does have yellow eyes under the hood. Alright guys, so this is going to be the end point of the discussion portion of the stream. And we are just going to, I'm about to play Genshin for like, I think probably not that long. Probably play Genshin for like a little bit just to do my dailies and stuff, and then we're going to hop off. But we can still talk about KH and stuff. Up to you guys. I don't mind talking about KH and Genshin streams. This will be the stream ender for today. I would make a whole separate live stream for it, but I don't really feel like it. Yeah, you can. I don't really get annoyed when people ask me KH questions. I mean, I love Kingdom Hearts, so I don't get annoyed when people ask me KH questions, even if I'm doing something else. Yeah, I've heard the Master of Sora theories a lot. I personally don't agree with that theory that much, and I actually don't. I kind of don't like it that much either, because I think Sora being the Master would kind of take away from his character and what makes him interesting.
It's not bad today.
So I heard that sounds rude. I don't know anything about Genshin, so hey, that's alright.
It's bound to rain.
Hey, maybe I can be the one to get you into it. Who knows? Let's see if I make it look interesting enough. I not started. Oh. Right now I'm doing my daily commissions. But basically these things I have to do every day to get Primo Gems, which is the currency that this game revolves around.
Oh, it's revealed that.
Where? Would Zigbar be the main villain of KH4, or would be the Master of Masters? I think we might have a KH game, like a singular KH game, where Zigbar is the main villain. But I don't think we will. I don't think we're gonna have a whole saga with him as villain. Just a game. Why not? Why won't it let me teleport? Hello? Am I getting bugged? Reconnecting the server. Excuse me. Oh, I only see this every once in a blue moon. Oh my. So will Isaac probably come back? But will he still have his berserk ability? If he did, well, if there was a scene where he just went crazy. I wonder if Syx would have his berserk ability. I wonder if Syx would get a Keyblade. Why did my connection time? Did the servers break or something? Probably look at the scene after the end credits. Okay, I usually stick around in the credits after movies anyway, so. The Sora got reborn as a new heart. Who was his past heart? What do you mean? Oh, yo, my Genshin is broken. Yo, hold on, I gotta go on Twitter. Our Genshin servers just done. What the heck? No, it might just be me. Seems like it might just be me. Hey yo, what's good, Sir Dubbington? How's it going? I was just attempting to play Genshin as the game just decided to break for me. I was wondering, like, why wouldn't it let me teleport? Very bizarre. Now will it let me teleport? Yay! You consider Cage a nightmare. Oh no. Cage is a beautiful dream. You love Araya World? I want to see more about that game. That's a game. Yeah, I want to see. I want to see more of that movie. What is wrong with me? But it doesn't move. I really want a sequel to. Really want a Moana sequel.
Access denied. Everybody stand! This is long overdue.
No rest.
Feel the beat!
Vengeance!
Been thinking a lot about Ericus, about how Ericus hid within Terra's heart, yet Xehanort never knows while he held Terra's body captive. I definitely think Xehanort noticed. Remember that cutscene at the beginning of Blank Points with Terra and Xehanort? I definitely think that was Xehanort acknowledging that when he said, "You sly fox." Yeah, I know Disney Plus is gonna have a Moana series, but I want like an actual sequel, like a movie sequel. Hopefully the series is really good though. Because I'm very interested in the Disney Plus sequels because I'm very interested in them being a lot more like higher budget and more similar to the actual movies compared to like what we've gotten before.
Next on the agenda.
Oh, and game's kind of loud, and I have music overlapping too.
We're way behind schedule. Wings of Dark! No touching! Pyrotechnics! Amp it up!
Were the Disney Plus shows actually confirmed? Yes, yes, they were. Disney had a investors day, and they revealed everything. They revealed a lot of Disney TV shows. They revealed a lot of Star Wars shows. I'm very excited about, specifically the Obi-Wan and Ahsoka show. Things are looking pretty grand, if I do say so myself.
Born of ice and frost. Let's light it up! By royal decree. All hail!
The wrong test subject. I wasn't done. The wrong test subject. Oh, such a pain. Done. Picked the wrong test subject.
Pick the wrong test subject. The wrong test subject. That's all they said. Too hyped for Ahsoka, bro. I'm just trying. I'm hyped for the Ahsoka show, not only to see more Ahsoka, but I'm trying to see Ezra. I'm trying to see Ezra from Rebels, cause that's why she's searching for Grand Admiral Thrawn.
We're
But I'm doing pretty good, Mark. How about yourself?
Add ast.
Haven't you heard?
Pretty sure I need to go to my teapot. Yeah, Sora technically did already get Thanos snapped.
We have.
Oh, yo, I unlocked another island. Let's go.
Would you care to?
That is hype. I'm almost at max trust rank. Almost. And I unlocked another companion.
If you ever. Would you care?
Oh no, I'm out.
If you ever...
Okay. I just throw all my companions in the front, because... Oh, can't put any more here. Alright. Have I unlocked teleporting at all yet? Let's see. Got the beach there. Got this island over here. Okay. I wonder if Nomura's an alcoholic. What? Why? That's such a weird... That's like the weirdest thing someone's commented on my stream. And then, there's a lot of weird stuff people have commented. That's just... I don't even know what to say to that. Probably shouldn't have even read it, but what? Oh, I can place stuff here from afar. Oh, alright. We're about to place a bunch of really random stuff here. Oh, I unlocked the leeway house! Yo, let's go! Now I can have two? Okay. We're placing random stuff here because I need realm currency. And you get realm currency by placing stuff down. So I'm not worrying about actually designing this area yet. We're just placing as much random stuff as we possibly can. To put that... You see that little number going up on the top right? That's what we need. I love this mechanic in Genshin, though. I don't like the load thing. I think that's a little dumb, but everything else, pretty cool. I only had 600 load here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright. Alrighty. How much more time do I have for events? That one's almost over. This one has about a little less than a week left. Did that. Okay. So we're just in Inazuma waiting mode, I guess. Actually, you know what? I want to see if I get more Rosaria. Yeah, 5-star. Alright. Take it. Okay, so guys, that is going to about do it for today's live stream. I really do appreciate all of your guys' love and support. I will be back tomorrow with more content, but for now, this will be all. Thank you guys for coming out, and it's Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.